Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in and welcome to this brief review and look of my 1 week old Tesla Model Y. But first, this. You've all seen these cars before. This is the long range model. Performance is not available in the UK yet, but hopefully end of the year. We have the standard fog lights, same as the Model 3, and basically it's just the Model 3 that's grown a little. Yeah, it's more grown up, let's put it that way. Yeah, I ordered this, when I ordered it I got a phone call 3 hours later. Can you take the car earlier? Well, yeah I could, but how early are we talking? 2 weeks? Okay. So yeah, I ordered the car, waited exactly 14 days, and then it arrived. So that was just over a week ago now. So yeah, I've done 600 miles already, still getting used to it. So let's have another look round the side. Right then, yes, I got the standard 19-inch Gemini wheels with 255, 45, 19, same at the rear. I believe the Performance has a wider tyre at the rear. And on the Model Y, you get this lovely black wheel arch surround. I quite like actually. There is quite a large gap though here. So yeah, I may look into that later on. We'll see. I'll get onto the ride lot lately. I've been around this car. Panel gaps they're slightly larger than they could be, but every single one is absolutely uniform and perfect. There are no issues with alignment anywhere. They've come a long way over the last few years. This was made in China. Now why did I change from the Model 3 long range? Well, this was the reason why. You could live in there. In fact, we plan to go camping. More on that later. I'll show you our little camping setup that we've not fully completed yet. But yeah, there's lots of space in here. You've got these huge door bins down here, one there, one down there, a huge space underneath. Yep, ignore all my junk. And another one hidden away. That will actually stand up. There's another one hidden away under there. Keep the charging cables in there. And the seats. Oh, none of this going round leaning to drop them. Oh no. Just pull that button there. Boop. There she goes. And there's the other one. Yeah, and anyone could lie in there, which I'll be doing in a bit. And finally, for our road trips, we have a 12-volt socket in the boot, which is absolutely perfect because we carry a travel fridge, whereas in Model 3 there's only one under the centre console, under the armrest, so I have to run an extension into the boot area to power it. But now we don't have to, so that's absolutely perfect. Power tailgate, just like it is on Model 3 now. It's a lot quieter than Model 3, it doesn't seem to slam as much. Now then, there's a space here, as you can see. That's where the tow bar would sit. I don't tow anything, so I don't have the tow bar, although it's an option later. The car will tow 1,600 kilos, although I don't know what that would do to the range. It would decimate it. So, yep, after 2 weeks of waiting, it's here. I'll have a look. I'll show you inside the front luggage compartment. And believe me, there's a lot of room in there as well. Okay, we popped the hood, bonnet, as we call it here in England. Ignore the old curtain. Yep, that's from one of my mansions. We'll gloss over that, but that front luggage area is absolutely huge. I've actually tried our travel fridge in there and it fits in. It's quite a big fridge and it fits in there lovely. So yeah, very deep. Ignore the Model 3. The mat almost fits. I'm too tight to buy another one, but that'll do the job for now. Another little feature, Tesla keep updating their cars. They keep adding tiny little things. We've got the this seal here, which seals the luggage compartment. And look how simple that is. It's just a piece of plastic screwed to the bonnet. Other manufacturers, you have to open this and then usually around here, there's another lid. Why? I don't understand when they can just do something simple like that. You open one lid, it's there, done. And this one also has, yeah, I don't think it'll pick it up on camera, but in this area now, in the windscreen, there's now a heating element. So when you precondition the car on a frosty morning, it will heat up this area so the wipers won't stick to the windscreen. Another little feature they've added. So, yep, there we go. You got a lot of space in there. Okay, I'm 5'10", or 180 centimetres. In the headroom, yep, loads of leg room, headroom. This is my driving position. I'll leave the seat in this position while we get in the back. You've seen all this before with standard armrests and well, the dashboard is a Model 3 dashboard. We'll jump in the back and you can see the height and size difference we have between this car and a Model 3. Yep. Driver's seat is in my driving position now. As you can see, again, plenty of headroom. If you're 6'4", 6'5", you might just about touch. But I'm 5'10", 180 centimetres, and there we are. We have that much left. But there's an amount of space under the seats. I can stretch out my legs absolutely straight. It's just ridiculous how much room is in the back of here. Oop, I'm getting caught on the floor mats now. The seat is quite flat. There's not a lot of support at the side, unlike the front. The second headrest and armrest. The armrest is wider than Model 3. It's the car is wider. So, yep, you can't easily put your elbow in the cup holder this time. Put that back down. Clip that one. Seats will recline slightly. Yep, there we go. We get about that much of recline. That's on the other bench as well. Makes it a little bit more comfortable. Basically, you could fall asleep in here, no problem at all. When you lean back though, I mean, I'm not quite touching this bar at the top, but it's not far off. If you were 6 foot, you would be, absolutely. And we can separate all the seats individually if I find the catch. There we go. So you can carry a long load and still have 2 passengers because the seat splits in 3 ways, 40, 40 and 20. Now these cars do come now with double glazing on the front window and also now on the rear. This makes it very quiet on the motorway. Yep, that's privacy glass, as you can see. So it's much darker than if we compare there the front to the rear. You can see how much darker that is. They do close with a bit more of a thunk than Model 3. Model 3 tends to be a little bit rattly closing the doors, but these, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that door. Well, even the driver's door, which will get more use. They give a nice thunk now when they close. Yep, there we go. We have the new rear lights. This is now a full indicator bar. The brake light and is the whole width of the outer C, and the standard tail light as before. Yeah, but the reversing lights in here, they're rubbish. It's just a waste of time. May as well have a candle in a jam jar. Dual motor badge. Well, there's not a lot more to say really. I mean, you've seen these cars 1,000 times. I think there's 50,000 videos on YouTube. But yeah, main reason we bought this is for that bit there at the rear. I'm about to show you why we did that. Well, would you look at that? Tesla have very kindly put the steering wheel on the correct side of the car. It's only taken them 2 years, but there we go. They got there in the end. I suppose it has to be perfect when it's on the correct side of the car. Yeah, the seats are raised up, as you can see on these runners. A bit of rubbish there. Lumbar support and your usual adjustments. These mats don't fit very well because they're from the Model 3. But they'll do the job for now until the new ones arrive. Standard centre console, Alcantara. I'm not sure if this is real wood, but at least the grain goes this way, same as it does on here. Earlier ones, the grain went that way, and yeah, it looked rubbish. But it's just a Model 3 inside. There's no spar across the roof, which I think is absolutely fantastic. But the back window, well, there's your view. If you like looking through letterboxes, it's a bit rubbish, but you get used to it. But the space, Model Y on the sill, same as Model 3. And the door bins, they're all carpeted. Model 3s are not. Plenty of room for a decent sized bottle of water. I think they're pretty good in the rear actually. Yeah, you'll get your water in there, no problem at all. Lots of room. Good for the family, good for the kids. Basically, it's good for everything really. Now, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the ride. Lots of people are complaining that the ride is quite hard. And to be honest, on the motorway it's perfectly fine, absolutely perfectly fine. Yeah, you need a smooth road. It does get a little bit fidgety on unbroken surfaces, poor roads. There's lots of poor roads around Manchester. Yeah, so I'm looking into considering a suspension upgrade. There's only a couple of options available at the moment, but they are quite expensive, so I'll see how we go. But for the moment, it's fine. It's maybe a little bit stiffer than Model 3, but not by much. But then it's a taller car with over 400 horsepower, so it needs performance suspension. It's not your... Oh, there we go, she just locked. It's not your soggy hatchback that doesn't need stiffer suspension. Now we have the Tesmat privacy screen, Model Y. Basically, a set of curtains for the whole car. So I'm going to install that now. I'll not go through the whole installation because it's hard to do it with one hand holding the camera. So you'll come join me in a moment. I'll have installed it for you. And there we go. Nobody. You're looking in there. There's a small sucker for the rear quarter there, and it hooks on. The hooks at the top. It then hooks on. See down there, it hooks onto the sun visors, both sides, back down this side, onto that coat hook there, and back down here. And there's a separate piece for the rear hatch. So when that's closed, yeah. Hello. Nobody's looking in there. Nobody at all. Now for the next bit, it's, if you've got curtains, you also need a bed. And here we have a bed, which I'll unpack. Fits in this nice neat bag in the boot, and it covers the full length of the car. I'll unpack that now. There we have it. One memory fold mattress. It's a tri-fold mattress, so it's in 3 pieces. So it folds there and further up. It almost fits absolutely perfect. There's about 1/4 of an inch either side. I need to make a couple of extra pieces to go down in them corners. It's not shaped to fit the car. It's not the specific Tesla one. This is just a generic one from the internet, shall we say. So it's a 1/4 of the price than the generic one, than the specific one. But it'll do exactly the same job. So yeah, it's going to be a nice hotel room. But there we go. Yep, it's time to get cosy in here. You can certainly stretch out all the way, no problem at all. We've got a log fire going, so it's nice and warm in here. I think this should be quite entertaining actually. Don't come knocking if the car is rocking. Yeah, nice log fire going there. And then I'm using my phone as the camera. So good night all. I'll see you on the next video.